Country people, I truly salute. As soon as sabi am, the one na undaunted pidgin news, place wey tori no dey hide. Na that so. Shake shake no dey. Na me tori pikin so, aka talk am all. I don come again, make we match fire. For today tori, we go enter inside palava for Donga, Mantu County. For inside tori again, country people, we no nonsense ARF dem for Dian County don slap John Gute 2-0. Republic governor no get shame. Dem dey talk na for two sides for dem mouth. Comrade UN talk over some fine talk wey I go like say make we hear am for ourselves. Country people, una prepare una sef fine because Saturday wey na number 19 day for the moon na Donga Mantu that draft day. Country people, una come fine. Republic people don oversee Donga Mantu like with their road wey dem go dey use am for the inter and for the waka go for all side inside Ambazonian. Even say Republic Bele dem know how wey Donga Mantu important over. Na from Kambe wey dem dey comot go bring problem for we people for Bui, Ngoketunja, Boyo and Mantu County. And dem dey use na we people dem like Ngala Gerard, Adamu Edward, and some family dem like Abdul Bunu, Fondu, all other bloodsucker betrayer dem, and Sheikh Musa from Kambe for the corner with people with Ilalai talk dem. Last, Republic people don go catch Malamgu for a village Fondu local government area, shoot and kill am like in Gorombip. Shame. I say wetin? Shame for all Republic governor and Imbele dem. Mami and papa dem make una overday protect with the bad blood devil dem. Republic people na wicked people, final full stop. For anyhow wey e dey, I don come for we AR people dem, especially for Ndu and Noah. Dem bonja don strong, fine for ground. Escape Republic Ekelebe dem fit get sense of fight. All dem na foolish people wey we bosses dem show dem pepper. No be small thing. I no find say some Republic Bele dem dey for calm, so dem define Nantram. I say common transport na where like dem for don disappear interval Susongo tey. First, Republic governor no get money again. Dem don borrow money for all place so tey dem no know side dem go borrow again. E don tight for dem neck like e bone wey dem no fit swallow am. France go show dem wetin dem define am. With strong warrior dem, digi dem na back-to-back trouble for Republic. No chance no dey for dem again wey dem go dey use am for worry with people dem. Na so from Kambe and for some level 2 for Masaje, the 3 local government area for DMC, na so we don take am all for our control. We leave that tori so at the comeback. Country people, tori dey. We wonderful ARF dem from Dian County don slap John Gute 2-0. I say 2-0. This tori happen so na from Kambe LGA inside Dian County, where we ARF dem shock Colonial Republic Ekelebe dem for dem brigade. ARF wound dem plenty so tey 2 for dem go meet Ekema Patrick. No ask me place where Ekema Patrick dey. Small time una say tori pikin dey overtalk. I wan see how wey Republic governor go talk again say palava no dey we country. Again, country people, una hear. The only way wey Republic go fit solve this palava na for meet up with we big oga sef Mola Samuel Ikomesako, when a #1 big man for all Ambazonian people then talk this palaver with ye in the proper kind of way. If not be so, I don't see any better. As for the glad wey moja Ambela Moki glad so, I don't know whether then the look out. According to them, they don't make am for life. One advice wey I get wey I go give am for them, na say make them ask wetin happen with Ekema Patrick. If you dey look me now and you dey see them, abeg tell them say tori pikin the advice for them. Say suffer now, Sika say we voices in the bushes, still dey in the bushes. I no go talk plenty. E fine make them get sense for themselves. Any man e head, na e neck carry am. For another tori again, for number 14 day for the moon, for Bapsam Catholic Church, wey Republican Governor, our Funka Augustine, wey he comot for West, and Tifman Adolf Lele, wey he comot for North Side for Ambazonia, be dey. The Colonial Republic Bishop, His Grace Paul Loti Kwanem, say make all man woke up, make them pray for peace, according to instruct wey Pope Francis he give am. So me are the one that now how Republican Governor one prayer for the kind of pray. Sika say no Republican Governor the green say palava dey country. Or na me no the hear fine. Them no get shame o. Okay, how many say Pope Francis the still talk say make all Christian people them pray for Sika peace, make it turn back come for Colonial Republic. If peace already there, why Pope Francis still he talk am? Abeg make all people wey dey look me now for social media answer me o. I wan know whether dem dey pray for place where peace dey, say make peace don come back. Abeg una help me. The thing wey dey shock me now plenty my country people. Na how wey as the colonial bishop start for the knack prayer so, na so Republican Governor dem too open their own. So that dem even carry leave the prayer with am. Ballon no fine o. Make we leave that tori so. I don't know wetin cool plotter then get am when they do corny for we country people. We country people go remain for ground, strong, shake no day. Na only before we go. Want to make una hear wetin we come with UN talk for inside the palava. Una hear am.
Last fight na fight. Last fight na fight. You no get for jubilate where you never cross the finishing line. I the one send this audio make it go for all Southern Cameroonians where they dey for home front and where they dey for diaspora. Today na number 14 day for August 2023. I want to say we open with eyes them. We also open with ears them. We see where it happen for outside here. La Republic is there for life support. Now why that I tell when I say last fight na fight. Make Southern Cameroonians them make the not bow down. Make they look where La Republic they do am now so they put them for their minds and say yes. That means say they run the win and they don't win. Because when I lost sense, now I can't regret tomorrow. Me, I can't tell una something. Because thing and day where they pass for outside there, a lot of people that they know this year. Because some people they don't understand how a politics they work and everything they work. Now 7 years this we don't go inside war. And for that 7 years, La Republic don't try for destroy Ambazonia, destroy the interim government, destroy everything. The Kawiku plotters, they go for Canada, they surrender, they can't talk say, oh, normalcy don't come, reconstruction there will be, all this they don't can be. After that, they go for Canada. They say they want special status. Chris Anu, they say they want special status. The other one, they say they say Chris Anu say they want referendum. They say independent and abstract and all those things. And then Ayuk Tabi it convince the former coordinators and for countries and they take money chop. But we're gonna see which way are the Siam now so. And it can't go like some 3 weeks now or 1 month where La Republic is there for outside for day. You know what they call them say when you play football, and they talk say they don't go for injury time. You go realize and see team where it is struggle for equalize. Say better me they go for penalty. That team they play harder. And the kick boss for front they play so. That means say if when they play ball, it remain injury time maybe like 3 minutes. They show and say remain 3 minutes. The team where they win 1-0, they just do everything I say me ball they remain for front. But the one way they lost, it will the attack, it will move all you cut them, all my will move all you cut them. Me, I can't tell when I wait where they happen because plenty Southern Cameroon I don't understand. La Republic government, you know, they only fight Southern Cameroon's Ambazonia. By the way, La Republic citizens they don't make them, they believe say Ambazonian are terrorists, but they don't know say Ambazonian are Southern Cameroons. Now a name for Southern Cameroons, equally like different countries, they all we call they change their names. Now La Republic, you don't go move all you joke cut them for down. After the national dialogue failed, Canadian this thing failed, everything fail. When I don't realize and say it can't go like 3 weeks, La Republic don't go activate all things them for cause distraction for outside there because pressure is there on his skin as a result say Ambazonian they win. Pressure is there for his skin as a result say you don't know what we will go talk for United Nations for September. Perfect. Make I go now when I begin this year. When I don't see now say as Ambazonia they stand firm, they stand strong. You go all the coup plotters, they don't come up for outside your cage. Capo Daniel demo when I'm going Emmanuel, he did make audio them. Ayabatu they make audio them. Atiabe Bruno they make audio them. Mike Fusi they make audio them. All these coup plotters them, they make audio them. I call them to the day so they find way for distract. They say oh they get for finance so they will fight this one how many years they would also try for distract people them. Now so La Republic it work. Yes, because you see even Bruno he can't condemn say why President Sako go to talk for America say me they can't help with you see they come down everything for candy for make people me they be distracted me they be distracted me they be demoralized discouraged and all those things now so they could plot the way they did for outside there when I will hear when I will see all them they go to come they can't make long audio they talk say collaboration so this one so this one can talk at the same time Capone Daniel they talk say you know the one upgraded special status the same time when I don't see them now La Republic it don't stick the people they work with them for background the bishop here they talk about the special status at the same time Prime Minister for La Republic he don't go for Boya he go talk how way think the for special status think the way they be do so for national dialogue they implement them at the same time Reverend Funky he do the same thing he waka go the same time they will send Bella Muki he can't talk say no Northwest people and bad people and graphene so at the same time they don't wake up now they don't go talk how way they go now they go meet up Pope Dog wake up yesterday Pope Dog can't talk that means they leave all problems where they did for the whole world for Niger for Ukraine for everything Pope leave all those problems them he can't talk he open his mouth talk sorry say if I be no I forget for play this thing I go see for Equinox television Pope open his mouth talk say me that war don't overtake long me they go make me they pray me peace and return to Northwest and Southwest for Cameroon imagine they keep people for Ukraine they keep people everywhere in the whole world I know they talking to say Southern Cameroon not be important but how come all these things they come all at the same time Belamoke they talk Bruno they talk Mike Fusi they talk Chris Anu they talk this one they talk Ayaba they talk Capo Daniel they talk Bishop Kia they talk all these people them then they don't wake up now they still go for Equinox they talk how way Cameroon government they don't gain sovereignty over Bakassi they so with Nigeria people blah 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 all those things them how come all those things that they come up now at the same time make una shine una eyes them because una the win una don't hold La Republic for some place where they call say last fight na fight that means say it mean say you go for cover your eye until you cross the finishing line that is exactly what they try for explain for people me they know that's where they explain for people me they know when I see even Equinox say Equinox they say oh that means say when Pope they talk say me they pray say me peace try come for them me say they don't rubbish La Republic government where they be not talk say peace be rubbish for them say all thing they be not come say peace they be rubbish my brothers and sisters how come say why the interim government President Sako he talk for Americans and now he talk for Congress people them talk so I think that they strong the ARF then they for home front they find the civilian population they don't may I tell you something they go for obsession for Bamenda so my one go hard convocation for some person Yandam them run a police they say no they don't receive the people them on Monday say Monday na lockdown day and other kinds of everywhere so when I don't see where to wait a day for here make when I open when I eyes them when I see how they come they say oh special status day reconstruction day this one day so oh the war it would take more time it would take long it would day so Bakassi na so this one na so Ambazonia you people are winning make when I stand up now the time this way even when I wanna be follow coup plotters then go for this where they know they even fight La Republic make when I go back for when I LGAs and gonna count them so I hope say I don't explain this thing for you make when I shine when I eyes them find very well see how come at the same time seeing the way they be going to have national dialogue for 2019 the special status now you Bishop Kia then they bring her up now you funky on a monkey it come for up funky it come for up Bella Moki it come for up they pop to the talk about Southern Cameroon oh man they talk now so because they don't already see say all of you don't already get a free Ambazonia so now for grip now for stand now for draft now for do everything now for last fight when I know something because when they tie you for planting rope you cut when you tie gold for planting rope what you would do you will take rope for palm tree you tie with them if you cut you will go bring rope if you cut you will go bring that chain you will bring chain so when I don't cut rope with La Republic now for just finish and don't say sir God sagat muye se muye nya pa de muye sec. Now so because La Republique I sure says we people the way some people where they talk French, me they go put this thing for go tell La Republique where they talk say they talk for this for equinox. He say La Republique it don't gain sovereignty over Bakassi. Oh, wait it be sovereignty. La Republique never know what will be in a sovereignty. Bakassi no be a part of La Republique. Yes, the boundary for La Republique it come out for west. Now western province when a Bafoussa. For eastern province when a Betwa. For north na Marwa. For down na Ibolova and Yaoundé. For na Yaoundé or na Litura and whatsoever. So make wanna stand up, wanna open una eyes. May wanna not be distracted by the coup plotters, the Ayaba, the Akwanga, the Akuru, the Fontainebleau, the Funky, the Frundi. Yeah, we are Frundi, yeah. Frundi, the campaign for one Cameroon. The Frundi, the Bohe Bedam, the Adu Karim, the Ayukta Bedam. All these people, that people in La Republique don't take them, tie them for down. So now wanna get for fight for free and liberate them. Yes. So Ambazonian is the win. A town una plenty, na me you and a talk.
Una don hear am? No be fine talk so. Okay o. For another tori, my country people, time don reach wey we go come again for join head for this palava with voices in the bushes. This Saturday, we go gather again for Sika Dongamantu County. And na day for we for show dem say wetin dem dey do, we like am and we get plenty glad for dem work. So country people, make we shake skin, shook am for pocket for Dongamantu dem head for the number 19 day for the moon. Ambazonian must to free. Okay, country people, na eleso I go leave una for palava tori for today. My own don finish. I go give chance to for we grammar people, Oni Okpala and Star Smart, make them match fire again with the correct tori. Una stay fine.
Good evening and welcome to Undaunted, bringing into the news untold stories. I'm Star Smart. Let's begin. Going to the pages of the books of history, the ideologies on war are only handled on the table of discussion. Genuine dialogue. Genuine dialogue the colonial La Republic government has vehemently denied considering, yet it's hypocritically brandishing fake moves to end the war. It is certain that La Republique is having some skeletons in its cupboard, which is why it is unwilling to face facts on the table of dialogue. This further justifies that what was organized in Yaoundé was a gathering of friends of the regime and not a dialogue. We wonder why the colonial regime of Paul Biya keeps enforcing the military option even when we know it's futile. Meanwhile, the colonial senior divisional officer of the Mazam County, Simon Emile Moe has, in an order, prohibited the practice of mass sporting activities in Bamenda. The colonial Republic government always fabricate excuses actions in Ambazonia. Interestingly, this time the colonial SDO for Mazin has not given any reason for the banning of mass sporting activities in some part of Bamenda. But it is clear already that this ban on sports has to do with 3 days, which are Saturdays, Sundays, and Mondays. Clarity, another move to fight Mondays ghost towns, given that Amazonians in their respective Mondays, which is the interim government's proclaimed lockdown of the entire Amazonia, engage more in spontaneous activities on these days. But as futile as other attempts to kill the Monday lockdowns, this too is set to follow suit. A lot more is happening in the British Southern Cameroons and the entire world at large. We would like to bring to you full briefings of Undaunted tonight, but certainly not after the prime headlines.
Right, here are the prime headlines for tonight. Let's start with the military option, the worst option to the ongoing Ambazonian war. Well, La Republic du Cameroon ignores its former minister saying the military option is not a solution to the war in Ambazonia. The Pope instructs La Republic du Cameroon Catholic bishops to pray for peace. That's a report that will definitely interest you. There is a ban of sportive activities. Colonial SDO for Mizam bans mass sports on Saturday, Sunday, and Mondays in some localities. Heavy rain causes havoc in Manyu County. Sad report. Also tonight, Colonial La Republic du Cameroon silence on their military invasion of Acquire, something that we should worry for. Of course, there was firepower in that particular report. And on the African scene, Libya's prime minister warns that he would not tolerate any further militia crisis. Over 60 migrants feared dead in capsized boat on Cape Verde coast. On the foreign scene, we have trending news from across the world. Of course, BRICS summit is in a few days. What are the dynamics? What are the new changes coming on? Ukrainian Air Force says no use of US-built F-16 fighter jets this year. Now let's get the news in detail.
Our vision in this interim government is to make ABC a leader and a real war horse of our struggle. We want to grow it, expand it, hire and train more hands, and broadcast around the world and take command of the media space of this world.
You can enjoy all round the clock 24/7 exclusive moments of bliss as an ABC Amba TV Club member. A cappella. Latest Nigerian / African movies, global politics, ABC Amba News and updates, historical documentaries, and lots more. In our daily programs, we have Undaunted, ABC Amba News, bringing into the news untold stories with Onyi Okpala and Star Smart. Exclusive discussion, revolutionary panel conversation, infotainment, edutainment, intro governmental debates on topical issues with Tar Paddy King, State of the Liberation Movement, Fronting IG, and People of Ambazonia's position, the Struggles Weekly Update with Secretary Martin Mungwa, PhD, FASCE. Health is wealth, health education, and awareness within the Ambazonian community with Dr. Yaya. Liberation prayer and intercessory ministry for Ambazonia with Pastor Victor Amba. Our freedom, spiritual awareness and education for the Ambazonian community with Pastor Victor Amba and Pastor Commando. Church and politics, neutralizing the myths and preconceived religious and political philosophies that limit the Christian involvement in the realms of decent politics with Pastor Commando. The horizon, voice of the Ambazonian woman with Dr. Edo and Lady Casey. History, bringing the hidden history of Ambazonia to the world, Pastor Commando. Appointment on community building, education on patriotism within the Ambazonian cause with Ma Rachel Ima. For an emerging nation, watchdog of basic principles and morals of a nation at war with Ma Dorothy Ngwa. Upcoming programs: Pigeon News, Vernacular Talk Show, County Roots, Activists Corner, Amba Focus, only on ABC Amba Television. We the people, the voice of the voiceless. For 24/7 access, subscribe as a club member on www.abcambatv.com/subscribe. Payment method: www.abcambatv.com/donate. ABC Amba TV payment channels: Cash App 202-650-2216, Zelle 240-486-8768, Ambazonia Broadcasting Corporation. PayPal donations at abcambatv.com. For more details, call +124 028 43 111. You can email us at info@abcambatv.com. Payment method: www.abcambatv.com/donate. ABC Amba TV payment channels: Cash App 202-650-2216, Zelle 240-486-8768, Ambazonia Broadcasting Corporation. PayPal donations at abcambatv.com. For more details, call +124 028 43 111. You can email us at info@abcambatv.com.
Fellow Ambazonians, Papa them and Mami them, Pikin them, especially our ARF for all the 13 counties, as Salobuna, as Salobuna, una can fairly day up. May I tell you something? If you curse me, I will sit down quiet. But if you curse Ambazonia, I will answer you. If you lie about me, I will sit down quiet. But if you lie about Ambazonia, I will answer you. And if you blow lie to Ambazonia people, say make them believe you for your lie. Me, una go hear my voice. I want tell una say, may I throw in this pineapple, say, no be na every injection it cure sick. Because if you no get epilepsy, I want chook you epilepsy injection. You go be a foolish man for take that injection. Because if he kill you, if he give you sick, if he destroy you instead. Not be every injection, it be solution. Man is sick, some man just come say, una gichan, I don't bring injection. They just open and say, go chuka. No, they go ask you, say, now what is that? Now every injection, they cure man, any man, every man. You know what way they inside, they get for correspond for what way you need that. No, now every injection, they cure. Some people, they take injection because they want die. May we take time for these people, the way they don't fail for diaspora. And they come for ground, they make stupid video them, audio them, they blow lie. May I tell you on a lie number one. No one country where they record and say international community, they never propose any solution to this problem more than say make La Republic meet up with for table negotiate. That the only solution that way international community if you don't propose and La Republic they deny. Okay. Make someone not tell you say na international community one propose we referendum, then this man they deny, that one they deny because my name na 4 letters Sako they deny. Make nobody not tell on that lie. Nobody. No one person under this song, he never proposed we referendum. Nobody. So this drunk with people, they don't drunk with referendum. I don't know who be tap that member with a drinker. No man never proposed we referendum. Nobody. If some man we don't propose we referendum, may them tell we. Nobody. To the best of my knowledge and all who know Ambazonia. If some man we want tell you something, ask he say now who don't propose about we. Number two, where I want to tell now say this thing where they talk say referendum. May I tell you now the truth. What way this interim government stand for? Now say we will not need the referendum because the reason why they give referendum for any people. Now when that people them, they fight for independence. They want get independent. Then the country figure them referendum, say make them vote, so that if the people them for yes, they win, then now they go carve that part of that country, it will become another country. So referendum, they give for people the way they no get country, but they want get country. Man, we don't already get country. If you get power, another country get power like the Republic, it can pull we all like Ninga, and we don't decide say we don't take back our independence, we don't first get them. You not get forgive we referendum. When at the referendum go decide whether we be independent, because we already be independent. These people the way they propose referendum for themselves, because no man never propose them for. May I tell you the real secret way they go inside. They don't surrender. They don't stop the fight. We will the fight because we don't restore we are independent. We don't take back we independent. We will be getting for 1960. We don't give ourselves the name Federal Republic of Ambazonia. We get our own country, the Southern Cameroons. We get our own government, and we get our own flag, and we get our own anthem. These people the way they ask for the referendum now, they don't deny that truth. They don't deny that fact. They talk say they don't agree now with La Republic say they be southwest and northwest regions of Cameroon. Where it be say they never ever be independent. If they don't be independent, the councillor. If they don't be a separate country, the councillor. They don't get their own flag. They don't get their own country again. They be part of La Republic. But make La Republic a United Nations can give them referendum so that now that referendum vote now it go determine whether they go be independent or will not go be independent. Whether we go be independent or not go be independent. Now we are story that for Ambazonia, nobody will don't first be independent. Now which kind one now where they say may we just forget about everything. Make La Republic and United Nations give we referendum. Now that referendum will determine whether we go be Ambazonia or not, whether we go be Southern Cameroon or not, whether we go get independent or not. It not make sense. We for this interim government we don't talk say if anybody if he say we get for count if they want make some kind vote, we don't need vote where now it go determine whether we go be independent or not, because that vote will go determine whether some people them where they not be independent but they want be independent. That vote they call and say referendum. No, that kind of vote we need them because we don't already be independent. The kind of vote where the fifth vote now the one way they give man independent. If United Nations want consult we or say for no wait way we did talk wait we want time we feel agree that kind of vote because we don't want vote where go cancel it go can't cancel our independent because we don't already get independent. We don't want vote where before we want vote we get for sign book say we not be independent. We agree with La Republic say we be one country before they go give with that kind of vote. That one an injection where the cure man it kill them. That's all. They tell we today say international community when we deny say we not be Federal Republic of Ambazonia, when we deny say we not be Southern Cameroon, when we deny say we not be independent country, the United Nations now they go help. Now that time they go come. Now that time they go come for can help we for give we referendum. You agree for that kind of person? Which can help that way? What help we get for deny we identity? We get for deny the truth? We get for deny the which way it be correct? We get for deny we flag? That kind of injection that they call and say na come to missing. Now that kind of injection way come to be one chuk for Canada where we talk say unless we throw away with flag, fit talk with we, fit receive with people there. Unless we deny with flag, we deny with anthem. These same people the way that they promote this idea now they don't talk say they be ready say me we deny with flag, me we deny with name, me we deny with self say will be a Southern Cameroon a separate country. We'll be ready for accept say will be part of La Republic. May they give we a referendum. Which kind help? Which kind injection that? Which kind help that way? One help me? But I get for deny myself, deny the truth, deny which way correct, deny the history. Deny the restoration will be getting before you go help me. I suspect you say that kind of injection that for kill me, no not for help me, not for kill me. That is the fact. So now the truth that we're supposed to get the help where we need them. No be now the help where some man want give we have situation it not be like Sudan. We have situation it not be like Eritrea or Biafra. These people now people that they inside another money country. Then this country never ever divide. So they figure the referendum for see whether they go fit half them out as a different country. So man thief you thief my thing. The thief they can't gather we carry and put her inside La Republic. We don't restore our own country. We are own independent. So man can't tell me say no in a referendum go decide whether we go be independent. I say you will fight for both. You fight na say La Republic give you independent or you fight na for defend the independent way will be getting under Ndeli, under Frontier, under Joa, under the Southern Cameroon, from the British, from the United Nations. Now that independent you the defender or you fight na say you wait La Republic and some godfather may they come up for some place, may they can't give you some election where you go elect before you go know whether you be independent or you don't be independent or not. No, that one na corny. The one say make we disarm. The one say make we stop fight. The one say make we forget about the claim say we'll be independent. The one say make we forget about that until they go come give we vote. That vote will take about 10 years to come. That they will give we that vote in 10 years time. Whether they will give more, whether you and me will even be alive that time or whether vote will happen, whether it happen or not happen, the war don't stop. La Republic Republic, their number one struggle now say make the war stop, make life go back to normal. And they don't talk, say, they push these people down before, make they talk say referendum. Because the day we una accept say La Republic and the United Nations they will agree for give una referendum, that means say fight don't finish. And it will remain so for about 10 years. And anybody way it is anything way they decide this chapter go don't close. La Republic won't close this chapter by all means. Some people they way sometimes they don't lick their own paper, they want to help them. Me, I not go take any solution where it go talk say me, I get for deny, say me, I be Ambazonian, say we be get independent, say we are a separate country, say we be annexed by La Republic. Any solution where talk say me, I go deny that truth before I go get help. I not go accept that. That means say that help na injection where go kill me, no na injection where go make me a feel fine. Wonderful.
The piece of cloth made in Ambazonia, a land brimming with history, courage, and the indomitable spirit of its people, a profound reflection of Ambazonia's collective identity and our unyielding struggle for freedom.
A full representation of who we are, what we are, the history, story, and the struggle. It's a piece of cloth you should have in your closet. It is woven into a rich tapestry of cultural heritage, traditions, and long-standing desire for self-determination. Proudly adorned with unique patterns and symbolizes unity in the Ambazonian people.
The cloth's patterns and colors mirror the courage and hope that fueled their aspirations for a brighter future. Each thread represented a story of bravery, sacrifice, and the unwavering commitment to justice.
The piece of cloth made in Ambazonia became more than just a garment. It transformed into a symbol of a call for recognition, worn proudly by Ambazonians and their allies worldwide. It carried a message: we exist and we deserve to be heard. As long as the cloth adorns chests and shoulders, the spirit of Ambazonia lives on, and the hope for a free and united land remains alive. The piece of cloth made in Ambazonia, a land brimming with history, courage, and the indomitable spirit of its people, a profound reflection of Ambazonia's collective identity and our unyielding struggle for freedom.
A full representation of who we are, what we are, the history, story, and the struggle. It's a piece of cloth you should have in your closet. It is woven into a rich tapestry of cultural heritage, traditions, and long-standing desire for self-determination. Proudly adorned with unique patterns and symbolizes unity in the Ambazonian people.
The cloth's patterns and colors mirror the courage and hope that fueled their aspirations for a brighter future. Each thread represented a story of bravery, sacrifice, and the unwavering commitment to justice.
The piece of cloth made in Ambazonia became more than just a garment. It transformed into a symbol of a call for recognition, worn proudly by Ambazonians and their allies worldwide. It carried a message: we exist and we deserve to be heard. As long as the cloth adorns chests and shoulders, the spirit of Ambazonia lives on, and the hope for a free and united land remains alive.
Fellow Ambazonians, I want to tell you say around 2018 we will get this interim government, we will get national ID project. So when I be weigh that project, I be see and say we were with day for diaspora, we no need ID because we already be identified. The people that we really need them for pride because now they don't make the highest statement. Now we are forces and our people on the ground. But I be see and say if we be continue in that part by withdrawing their other identification, we give them our own, we will just deliver them to be targeted and to be killed. So I weigh the project in terms of using it to raise money. I discover say it is cost ineffective. I mean say the cost of production, the cost of doing all that, and the benefit we want get them from there, the cost pass the benefit. I throw the project one side, and from that moment the internal government be denied. It be say and say we no need them. Many people too they be get concerned about an identification database for Ambazonia. Identification database, it means say when you want to make identity card, you get for provide your name, you provide all your 3 names, you provide your papa name, provide your mommy name, provide your address, place where you dey, and then your contact information, your photograph. No, in this period of war, we see and say that's too much to require from the people, because as people that they change in this struggle, if somebody carry that database go, you know, go find for we. And when I say when I don't see what happen for the struggle, people don't be say that they Ambazonia forever. Say whether na caterpillar go fit move me for here. When I don't see what it don't happen. So the wisdom be talk say, may we not do that kind of thing. We go gather all Ambazonian for diaspora, we put that inside one database. Database where no man go even use, because if for identity card, you know go use pen name, you know go use alias, you go use na real name, your real photograph and everything. All we will know there for that situation right now. So we discover say that project is is unnecessary. Now where I hear some people, what I said, the commodity talk say make people then come anywhere where you did, maybe you send your photograph, you send your name, you make you identity card, say you be Ambazonian. May I tell you something? And after I finish, you hear this message. If you like, you go ahead, you go do it. But I want to tell you something. Say the people where you go, the person where you go give your identity card, give your identity, your photograph, give your names, give your papa name, give your mommy name. You get for no say. You don't put your name inside a database, and only God know who and who they go get access for that database one day. Who and who inside that group they talk with like the public, they talk with Atanganji, and they talk with people the way it go betray you, go betray your family, go betray your people. The most important thing for anything we do for inside this diaspora now, not only for raise money, and when we raise money, we put them for the hand for the people the way they fight. We know they here for we will get. You know, if you can give me identity card, say because make a buy and so that you will get money. No. We not use identity card for revenue. Now how much you go come out? Cost of production, how much? They go get now how much for day. Then because of that little money, we put the whole revolution. We jeopardize the whole revolution. Jeopardize for their family back home. Jeopardize everywhere. And we will know no man no fee swear. Say he know we say where that name they go end. That database go. We in the interim government will talk say if you need paper or go do your asylum, you belong to your local government, you belong to your county, you know, say we get our department in the presidency we be in charge of immigration. Many of una who don't help una, even someone the way they coach we today we na activists, we don't give them paper so that they get document. We not take no man money, say give we this money so that we'll give you paper. If we see and say you be committed to the struggle, we help you. We no need for sell you anything for help you. We the only testify, say we know you, say you are a comrade, and may we help you. We don't help people them for all side, for Europe, for America. No dime. Make some one man come on here talk say don't take $1 for you because we want happy. Because why? We the help na people they who don't already know them who fit testify. This one where people they go talk say they want make identity card. Well, you know if you verify people them their origin. Finally you go come here say all man plus people the way you don't know what are 11, 12, 13 province. All they go gather for the all man go get the one the way whether in Nigeria any side way there and so on where they struggle people for this docky matter. It go come be a docky government. Docky no, we will deal with people then we Sabia. We not fit go online, we say man any man pay money, put your name here, we will give you paper. We not fit do that kind of thing. One, because we not get nothing for profit from that. It be cost ineffective, it be dangerous for the revolution, it be dangerous for the people and their families. We not fit do that kind of thing. And discourage us very strongly. Nobody in the diaspora should go deliver yourself so to an unknown group of people. You know, you even know who said that they go print that. You know who go do them. You know who said they go take that name them. Be very careful. When it happen, I make this audio myself so that when it happen, make you not call the name of the interim government. There's one interim government, and they tell you so. If somebody tell you say not, there's a certain interim government where don't talk say they won't give you identity card say you be Ambazonian. No say it is fake. But if you like, go ahead. But may you not talk say be confused. I think be do. I think I want to say maybe hear my voice and make your choice. Thank you very much and God bless you.
Our vision in this interim government is to make ABC a leader and a real war horse of our struggle. We want to grow it, expand it, hire and train more hands and broadcast round the clock, around the world, and take command of the media space of this world.
You can enjoy all round the clock 24/7 exclusive moments of bliss as an ABC Amba TV Club member. A cappella. Latest Nigerian / African movies, global politics, ABC Amba news and updates, historical documentaries, and lots more. In our daily programs, we have Undaunted, ABC Amba News, bringing into the news untold stories with Onyi Okpala and Star Smart. Exclusive discussion, revolutionary panel conversation, infotainment, edutainment, intro governmental debates on topical issues with Tar Paddy King, State of the Liberation Movement, fronting IG and people of Ambazonia's position, the Struggles Weekly Update with Secretary Martin Mungwa, PhD, FASC. Health is wealth, health education and awareness within the Ambazonian community with Dr. Yaya. Liberation Prayer, an intercessory ministry for Ambazonia with Pastor Victor Amba. Our Freedom, spiritual awareness and education for the Ambazonian community with Pastor Victor Amba and Pastor Commando. Church and Politics, neutralizing the myths and preconceived religious and political philosophies that limit the Christian involvement in the realms of decent politics with Pastor Commando. The Horizon, the voice of the Ambazonian woman with Dr. Patience Abiedo and Lady Casey. Our Amber History, bringing to limelight the hidden history of Ambazonia to the world with Pastor Commando. Appointment on community building, education on patriotism within the Ambazonian communities with Ma Rachel Itatima. Ethics for an Emerging Nation, watchdog of basic principles and morals of a nation at war with Ma Dorothy Ngwa. Upcoming programs: Pigeon News, Vernacular Talk Show, County Roots, Activists Corner, Amba Focus, only on ABC Amba Television. We the people, the voice of the voiceless. For 24/7 access, subscribe as a club member on www.abcambatv.com/subscribe.
I am Ambassador Henry Fosun, and I want to make a few things right. What's the leader of our war, Samuel Sako Ekame, has explained this morning about referendum. I do agree with him, but I would want to make some records straight. We are a country recognized by the United Nations in a way because the International Court of Justice, ICJ, decided to keep our frontiers safe for us by the request and the writing I made in 1994. And there was a Green Tree Agreement in our territory that the International Court of Justice requested Nigeria and La République to agree that they cannot in any way occupy our territory. Because they know that we did achieve the basic objective of the trusteeship system. We were a trusteeship territory, a child of the United Nations. I shall get time to expand on all this for you to know. We are two countries here. Unfortunately for us, even though they tried in all ways, people tried to push us into the arm of La République with all fraud. They have failed because La République has rejected us in quite a good number of times. I think the war that they brought on us is one of those rejections, and that makes the fifth rejection. The resolution 1608 of the United Nations is a non-starter. That's why I've been calling it a resolution that is null and void. Why? Because Great Britain did not allow our people to participate in it, knowing that we were going to accept to do only what was right. And then, of course, La République du Cameroon and France, their master, voted no against it. When you vote no against a law, That law cannot bind you if your no is accepted and is a principle in accepting or denying that resolution. I could elaborate if there be time. Secondly, this war is meant to do two things. Mr. Biya himself declared that they had tried to assimilate us and failed. It is because they failed to assimilate us by all intrigues and fraud that they decided to wage a war of genocide and annexation. You can see the way they are fighting it. Look at the way they kill our people in Bali. They poison them. Look at the way they destroy our villages. Look at the way they have killed us. Look at how they treat pregnant women. And they don't have any feeling for us at all. They have never had it. So therefore, the United Nations knows that we are a free people. Even if you take that resolution, you can see some of the examples of the acceptance that we are a free people. I will elaborate someday. And I think for today, it is enough to say that we are two nations before God and man. We have never had any legal sanction between us since that we started. That we should note. It is right, our brave boys and girls, our sons, great sons, and those making sure that they guide them and provide for them as Sako is doing. I doff my hat to all of you and continue to do what you're doing. No one will take what is ours away. You have decided you're using your bodies to take bullets from an enemy. Don't change it. La Republique cannot be party to a case and is allowed to be a judge in the same case. We cannot accept it, and we will never accept it. Long live the state of the Sultan Cameroons, a sovereign country from 1954. Congratulations to our sons and daughters. You are winning every battle. God is with you. He will continue to be with us till Sako and his interim government guards us to Boya. Congratulations, Sako. Continue.
Our vision in this interim government is to make ABC a leader and a real warhorse of our struggle. We want to grow it, expand it, hire and train more hands, and broadcast round the clock, around the world, and take command of the media space of this world.
You can enjoy all round the clock 24/7 exclusive moments of bliss as an ABC Amba TV Club member. A cappella. Latest Nigerian/African movies, global politics, ABC Amba news and updates, historical documentaries, and lots more. In our daily programs, we have Undaunted, ABC Amba News, bringing into the news untold stories with Onyi Okpala and Star Smart. Exclusive discussion, revolutionary panel conversation, infotainment, edutainment, inter/intro-governmental debates on topical issues with Tar Paddy King, State of the Liberation Movement, Fronting IG and People of Ambazonia's position, the Struggles Weekly Update with Secretary Martin Mungwa, PhD, FASCE. Health is wealth, health education and awareness within the Ambazonian community with Dr. Yaya. Liberation prayer and intercessory ministry for Ambazonia with Pastor Victor Amba. Our freedom, spiritual awareness and education for the Ambazonian community with Pastor Victor Amba and Pastor Commando. Church and politics, neutralizing the myths and preconceived religious and political philosophies that limit the Christian involvement in the realms of decent politics with Pastor Commando. The Horizon, the voice of the Ambazonian woman with Dr. Patience Abiedo and Lady Casey. Our Amber History, bringing to limelight the hidden history of Ambazonia to the world with Pastor Commando. Appointment on community building, education on patriotism within the Ambazonian communities with Ma Rachel Itatima. Ethics for an Emerging Nation, watchdog of basic principles and morals of a nation at war with Ma Dorothy Ngwa. Upcoming programs: Pigeon News, Vernacular Talk Show, County Roots, Activists Corner, Amba Focus, only on ABC Amba Television. We the people, the voice of the voiceless. For 24/7 access, subscribe as a club member on www.abcambatv.com/subscribe.
For we will fight to the last Ambazonian.
The better fight, man. The better bloody fight. No liberties gained by laying down and allowing people to work on you.
When the people will rise, even if you took the whole of the French army and added to yours, you will never bring them down.
We are being killed daily for who we are, and the post-Rwanda world is watching with tight lips and tight hands. We say no. No to those favoring French Cameroon to continue recolonizing southern Cameroons. No. No to those killing us for the rebranding of a political ideology. No to those torturing our people for the gratification of their vampire instincts. No. No to those looting Ambazonia for the economic privileges of colonial bounty houses in Europe. No. For we will fight to the last Ambazonian.
The better fight, man. The better bloody fight. No liberties gained by laying down and allowing people to work on you.
When the people will rise, even if you took the whole of the French army and added to yours, you will never bring them down.
We are being killed daily for who we are, and the post-Rwanda world is watching with tight lips and tight hands. We say no. No to those favoring French Cameroon to continue recolonizing southern Cameroons. No. No to those killing us for the rebranding of a political ideology. No to those torturing our people for the gratification of their vampire instincts. No. No to those looting Ambazonia for the economic privileges of colonial bounty houses in Europe. No.
Right, you're welcome back. Sincerest apologies for that break in transmission. Of course, this is due to the fact that we already have the Director General of ABC in the studio, and we just had to put everything in place to welcome her. Well, I'm sure that you just have to hold on till we introduce her to you. But then let's get the news in detail. Now, the war in Ambazonia, as the colonial Republic of Cameroon military is having sleepless nights in the name of hunting the Ambazonian restoration forces, which can be handled with, says it cannot be handled with a military option, I beg your pardon. The strength of the Ambazonian fight for independence cannot be killed by wiping off all the present Ambazonian restoration forces. It is more of an idea and not in the hands of some selected few, but within the DNA of the people of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia. Therefore, so long as Ambazonia is alive, the spirit of the fight will still be rekindled, even if it's not what Ambazonians want. But let's begin here today. How are you doing, Steph?
Oh, very well, Oni. Good evening, Ambazonians. Now, going to the pages of the books of history,
the war on ideologies are only handled on the tables of discussion. Genuine dialogue. The colonial La Republic government has vehemently denied considering this, yet it's hypocritically brandishing fake moves to end the war. It is certain that La Republic is having skeletons in its cupboard, which is why it will not face the facts on the table of dialogue. This further justifies what was organized in Yaoundé, that it wasn't a gathering for talks, but a gathering of friends of the regime. Why is the colonial regime of Paul Biya, why does it keep enforcing the military option, even though it has proven futile time over time?
Well, La Republic, the Cameroon former Minister of Higher Education and member of the Colonial Bilingualism and Multiculturalization Committee, David Abuem, a co-chair in October 6, 2020, said that the military option is solving the prolonged war in Ambazonia and is not productive. 3 years after his pronouncement, the military option is still not productive, and the Colonial Republic of the Cameroon government is still to learn a lesson. What a stubborn regime! Or is it that the number of deaths as a result of the war means nothing to them?
One who says that might not be wrong. While time will hold dictator Paul Biya and his surrogates for not taking the advice from the different voices condemning the military option to the war in the Federal Republic of Amazonia. A military option that can only boast of the number of deaths in the side of the Colonial La Republic military, the Ambazonian fighters, and innocent civilians, with no strides to the direct ceasefire or peace, yet an option the Colonial La Republic government is not willing to let go of.
One of the voices against the Colonial La Republic of Cameroon's government choice of a military option is that of David Abuem, one-time La Republic of Cameroon Minister of Higher Education and presently a member of the Colonial Bilingualism and Multiculturalism Commission. During a live political debate program on La Republic of Cameroon State Media on Tuesday, October 6, 2023, he opined that the military option is solving the Ambazonian war and is not productive.
Well, he argued that the war in the two English regions of the Cameroon were formerly is more an idea which needs only a dialogue to resolve than military battles. Abraham said no bullets can kill an idea. We must acknowledge this fact. He said so, while acknowledging that the Amazonian force has suffered greatly from the colonial military onslaught. He declared that even if they kill all those in the bushes, the idea which they defend will never die. According to him, which is a fact, engaging in a dialogue with the communities through some identified credible and influential persons in the concerned regions can be productive.
Well, he ended his talk on the topic by saying that the Colonial Republic of Cameroon's government must more than ever step up the process of reconciliation, accept concessions, and never get tired of winning zones, even if they have chosen to take up arms. Well, this is an advice that the Colonial Republic of Cameroon government never took to heart. The colonial rather preferred spending more by getting armored cars and other war weapons than spending little or nothing in a genuine dialogue to solve and resolve the crisis.
Moving on, the Pope should know that there can't be any meaningful peace without justice, and that Southern Cameroon's Ambazonians who are crying and dying in numbers only want justice. News reaching Undaunted ABC Amba TV says Roman Catholic Christians under the Bafoussam Diocese have this on August 14th, 2023, answered to the Pope's call for them to unite and pray for peace to reign in La Republique, and that Pope Francis is an Angelus prayer session at the Vatican on Sunday, August 13th, had instructed all Christians worldwide to pray for peace in La Republique du Cameroon, a country where its prelates, pastors, bishops, and supposed men and women of God and the laity have all seemingly been compromised, corrupt with
whining and dining with the oppressor against the oppressed.
Well, a country where the clergy condones or supports injustice perpetrated by a barbaric and genocidal regime that has been in power for over 6 decades, raining terror on the innocent silent majority in the southern Cameroons, just seeking the respect of their fundamental rights. He goes on to say it's a country where a genocidal war initiated by an octogenarian President Paul Biya himself, over 40 years in power, has claimed and is still claiming over 50 lives, with the Pope himself, like the UN, sitting quiet as if Ambazonian lives do not matter.
Well, Undaunted gathers that the Christians turned out in their numbers at the Bafoussam Cathedral in the Hukaha neighborhood, where a mass was said by the Bishop of Bafoussam in the presence of Reverend Vincello Marinelli, bearer of Pope Francis's special message, and that also present where the colonial La Republic governors, our Fonka Augustine of the west and the murderers Adolphe Lely Lafrique of the northern zone of Ambazonia, who holding hypocritical peace plans, prayed for peace in corrupt La Republique and in the world. In his homily, the Bishop of the Bafoussam Diocese, His Grace Paul Lonsi Kwene, called on Christians to be transformed for peace to reign in Cameroon. The diocesan pilgrimage of the Bafoussam Diocese was therefore an occasion to answer to the hypocritical call of the Pope. Well, like we said, we'll go on a break, and then when we come back, we'll bring to you a surprise.
Piece of cloth made in Ambazonia, a land brimming with history, courage, and the indomitable spirit of its people, a profound reflection of Ambazonia's collective identity and our unyielding struggle for freedom.
A full representation of who we are, what we are, the history, story, and the struggle. It's a piece of cloth you should have in your closet. It is woven into a rich tapestry of cultural heritage, traditions, and long-standing desire for self-determination. Proudly adorned with unique patterns and symbolizes unity in the Ambazonian people.
The cloth's patterns and colors mirror the courage and hope that fueled their aspirations for a brighter future. Each thread represented a story of bravery, sacrifice, and the unwavering commitment to justice.
The piece of cloth made in Ambazonia became more than just a garment. It transformed into a symbol of a call for recognition, worn proudly by Ambazonians and their allies worldwide. It carried a message: we exist and we deserve to be heard. As long as the cloth adorns chests and shoulders, the spirit of Ambazonia lives on, and the hope for a free and united land remains alive. The piece of cloth made in Ambazonia. a land brimming with history, courage, and the indomitable spirit of its people, a profound reflection of Ambazonia's collective identity and our unyielding struggle for freedom.
A full representation of who we are, what we are, the history, story, and the struggle. It's a piece of cloth you should have in your closet. It is woven into a rich tapestry of cultural heritage, traditions, and long-standing desire for self-determination. Proudly adorned with unique patterns and symbolizes unity in the Ambazonian people.
The cloth's patterns and colors mirror the courage and hope that fueled their aspirations for a brighter future. Each thread represented a story of bravery, sacrifice, and the unwavering commitment to justice.
The piece of cloth, made in Ambazonia, became more than just a garment. It transformed into a symbol of a call for recognition, worn proudly by Ambazonians and their allies worldwide. It carried a message: we exist and we deserve to be heard. As long as the cloth adorns chests and shoulders, the spirit of Ambazonia lives on, and the hope for a free and united land remains alive. The piece of cloth, made in Ambazonia, a land brimming with history, courage, and the indomitable spirit of its people, a profound reflection of Ambazonia's collective identity and our unyielding struggle for freedom.
A full representation of who we are, what we are, the history, story, and the struggle. It's a piece of cloth you should have in your closet. It is woven into a rich tapestry of cultural heritage, traditions, and long-standing desire for self-determination. Proudly adorned with unique patterns and symbolizes unity in the Ambazonian people.
The cloth's patterns and colors mirror the courage and hope that fueled their aspirations for a brighter future. Each thread represented a story of bravery, sacrifice, and the unwavering commitment to justice.
The piece of cloth, made in Ambazonia, became more than just a garment. It transformed into a symbol of a call for recognition, worn proudly by Ambazonians and their allies worldwide. It carried a message: we exist and we deserve to be heard. As long as the cloth adorns chests and shoulders, the spirit of Ambazonia lives on, and the hope for a free and united land remains alive. The piece of cloth, made in Ambazonia, a land brimming with history, courage, and the indomitable spirit of its people, a reflection of Ambazonia's collective identity and our unyielding struggle for freedom.
A full representation of who we are, what we are, the history, story, and the struggle. It's a piece of cloth you should have in your closet. It is woven into a rich tapestry of cultural heritage, traditions, and long-standing desire for self-determination. Proudly adorned with unique patterns and symbolizes unity in the Ambazonian people.
The cloth's patterns and colors mirror the courage and hope that fueled their aspirations for a brighter future. Each thread represented a story of bravery, sacrifice, and the unwavering commitment to justice.
The piece of cloth, made in Ambazonia, became more than just a garment. It transformed into a symbol of a call for recognition, worn proudly by Ambazonians and their allies worldwide. It carried a message: we exist and we deserve to be heard. As long as the cloth adorns chests and shoulders, the spirit of Ambazonia lives on, and the hope for a free and united land remains alive. The piece of cloth, made in Ambazonia, a land brimming with history, courage, and the indomitable spirit of its people, a profound reflection of identity and our unyielding struggle for freedom.
A full representation of who we are, what we are, the history, story, and the struggle. It's a piece of cloth you should have in your closet. It is woven into a rich tapestry of cultural heritage, traditions, and long-standing desire for self-determination. proudly adorned with unique patterns and symbolizes unity in the Ambazonian people.
The cloth's patterns and colors mirror the courage and hope that fueled their aspirations for a brighter future. Each thread represented a story of bravery, sacrifice, and the unwavering commitment to justice.
The piece of cloth made in Ambazonia became more than just a garment. It transformed into a symbol of a call for recognition, worn proudly by Ambazonians and their allies worldwide. It carried a message: we exist and we deserve to be heard. As long as the cloth adorns chests and shoulders, the spirit of Ambazonia lives on, and the hope for a free and united land remains alive. The piece of cloth made in Ambazonia, a land brimming with history, courage, and the indomitable spirit of its people, a profound reflection of Ambazonia's collective identity and our unyielding struggle for freedom.
A full representation of who we are, what we are, the history, story, and the struggle. It's a piece of cloth you should have in your closet. It is woven into a rich tapestry of cultural heritage, traditions, and long-standing desire for self-determination. Proudly adorned with unique patterns and symbolizes unity in the Ambazonian people.
The cloth's patterns and colors mirror the courage and hope that fueled their aspirations for a brighter future. Each thread represented a story of bravery, sacrifice, and the unwavering commitment to justice.
The piece of cloth made in Ambazonia became more than just a garment. It transformed into a symbol of a call for recognition, worn proudly by Ambazonians and their allies worldwide. It carried a message: we exist and we deserve to be heard. As long as the cloth adorns chests and shoulders, the spirit of Ambazonia lives on, and the hope for a free and united land remains alive.
All right, you're welcome back. All right, and as of course you can see the screen, and you know who we have here already. But for some who do not know, now this is us having the Director General of ABC Amber TV, Ma Endele, in the studio right now. Of course, she's looking elegantly beautiful. How are you doing, Ma?
Thank you very much, Oye. I'm doing very well, thank you. And I'm glad to be in the studios for
Oh, you
tonight.
you look amazing.
Thank you very much. So do you.
Thank you too. All right, so we have lots and lots of questions for you. So start smart.
All right, as said by Onyu already, our Director General ABC Amber TV is in the studio. And tonight we will be talking on three aspects. Our Director General will be talking on three aspects since she's the mastermind behind ABC. ABC has coordinated major projects for the government, like the Amba wrapper that you can see on her. We also understand that ABC is at the pivotal point of the organization of 1st October, our Independence Day for this year. So these 3 points are what our Director General ABC Amba TV will be talking about: the Amba wrapper, the 1st October Independence celebrations, and the Donga Matun County draft. Yes, we're still in the drafting season, and come Saturday, we draft Donga Matun County. So she'll be talking on these 3 points. But we'll have a talk on these aspects only after we take these reports.
All right, so the Colonial Law Republic de Cameroon's government always formulates reasons for their atrocious actions in Ambazonia. Curiosity enough, the Colonial Senior Divisional Officer for Mazam, Simon Emile Mo, has not given any reason for the banning of mass sporting activities in some parts of Bamenda Principality at Upper Station. The prohibition has to do with 3 days, which are Sundays, Saturdays, and Mondays. This is certainly another unproductive move to fight Monday ghost towns, given that Ambazonians in their respect of Monday ghost towns, which is an interim government proclaimed lockdown of the entire Ambazonia, have engaged more in sporting activities on this very day that we usually report here? Well, it is just propaganda and maybe hides the main objective of the order that Saturdays and Sundays are even included. Well, it has always been the dear wish of the Colonial Republic of Cameroon government to kill the spirit, animating the shutdown of Ambazonia on Mondays. How is it a problem for the devilish, the La Republic of Cameroon's authorities, the people involved in sporting activities on weekends? Isn't it even on weekends that people would have time to engage in sporting activities? Another question is, what is the danger to these occupational authorities with mass sporting activities in the heavily militarized area like upstation?
Well, the Colonia Senior Divisional Officer for Mazam County, Simon Emile Moore, has in an order prohibited the practice of mass sporting activities in Bamenda. Signed on Wednesday, August 16, 2023, the prohibition concerns parts of upstation, notably Governor Junction, Custom Junction, Monument Junction, and Old GRA. According to the order signed by the Colonial Senior Divisional Officer, mass sporting activities are prohibited in these places on Saturday, Sunday, and Mondays. The colonial order says that any person or group of persons who contravene this order will be punished accordingly. Ironically, the Bamenda Parco Vital that the regime has abandoned in the grass is a place of choice for the colonial SDO, for lovers and practitioners of sport to carry on with the activities within the week.
All right, moving on. Reports reaching Undaunted ABC Amber TV says heavy rain swept the bridge and carried a motorbike away. This is following downpours that swept the Ebagabi Bisku Bridge, which serves as a link with other communities in the area, rendering movement of persons and vehicles a nightmare in Manyu County. Well, Stesmat has the rest of this report.
Well, the report intimates that heavy rains produced an overflow of water in the area 2 days ago, and locals say the bridge that had been temporarily reconstructed with sticks was washed away. This was reported on Tuesday, August 15, 2023. The community had, through manual labor, helped to rehabilitate the bridge with sticks and wood. Now that the bridge has been completely swept away, all forms of transportation have ceased, and the local economy has abruptly come to a halt. The local population is calling on the powers that be, if they really are, to come to the rescue.
Right away from the floods, most communities in the Aquia local government area continues to bear the brunt of the Ambazonian War of Independence that has dragged on for 6 years in county. Multiple fatalities, widespread destructions again been inflicted in the localities of Kekukesim 1 and 2, a community in Aquia local government area, Manyu County. This is of the Midlands of Ambazonia. This is following an assault by the enemy La Republic of Cameroon disguised forces, who, as usual, are putting the blame on the Ambazonian restoration forces. In all of this, the condoning La Republic of Cameroon genocidal government has remained mute.
Well, the deadly attack, which resulted in at least 4 deaths, occurred on the night of Friday, August 11, 2023, into Saturday, August 12, 2023. The occupier colonial La Republic forces had instituted a reign of terror exploiting the local community, according to reports from the community. Locals claim that after the deadly attack, the colonial La Republic authorities have abandoned them. Despite efforts to curb the excesses, the Yaoundé colonial government has largely focused on urban areas, leaving the most remote communities at the mercy of the exploitative soldiers. Similar incidents were reported in the past in the Mesaka and Uliki communities, still in the Aquia local government area.
All right, and firepower to Colonial La Republic of Cameroon germs dispatched to meet Ekema Patrick. Well, it said that so many things happened to them. Well, the news gets into the disposal of Undaunted. ABC Amber TV confirmed that yesterday in Mudember local government of the Southern Zone, something happened. Still smart.
Well, the ARF surprised the La Republique Gendarmerie Brigade called Escardon and wounded several gendarmes, killing 2 on the spot. La Republique authorities learned that the only way to end the war in Ambazonia is through negotiations, genuine talks on the table.
Piece of cloth made in Ambazonia, teeming with history, courage, and the indomitable spirit of its people, a profound reflection of Ambazonia's collective identity and our unyielding struggle for freedom.
A full representation of who we are, what we are, the history, story, and the struggle. It's a piece of cloth you should have in your closet. It is woven into a rich tapestry of cultural heritage, traditions, and a desire for self-determination. Proudly adorned with unique patterns and symbolizes unity in the Ambazonian people.
The cloth's patterns and colors mirror the courage and hope that fueled their aspirations for a brighter future. Each thread represented a story of bravery, sacrifice, and the unwavering commitment to justice.
The piece of cloth, made in Ambazonia, became more than just a garment. It transformed into a symbol of a call for recognition, worn proudly by Ambazonians and their allies worldwide. It carried a message: we exist and we deserve to be heard. As long as the cloth adorns chests and shoulders, the spirit of Ambazonia lives on, and the hope for a free and united land remains alive.
All right, you're welcome back. We still have the Director General of ABC and the TV here in the studio. And of course, as you all know, when we have someone in the studio, we take out that time to sap all of the information that we need. I use the word sap because I have a lot. We have lots and lots of questions for Ma Endeli here in the studio. Now, as you can see, she's passionately holding the amber wrapper with her. Now, this tells a lot, as information gathered shows that she was or she is the brain behind this wrapper. And you know, we've seen how beautiful it is. How beautiful it is. I have mine, of course, that yourself Stessman has, and I'm sure a lot of people have bought. But I'm also sure that some are yet to get theirs. But before we get into all of that, Ma Angeli, please, what is the passion behind this wrapper and how can others get theirs?
Thank you very much, Onye, for giving me the opportunity
Always
to talk about my passionate project. Actually, it was a team in ABC that came up with this idea and designed it, and they did all this without my knowing.
Okay.
But when they finally let me in the secret, I saw that it was a very good idea, and I just decided to run away with it. Yes. this is our statement to the world, as I
Okay.
can say. You see, it is not just an ordinary wrapper. It tells the world that our independence was given to us October 1st, 1961. That was the day that the United Nations General Assembly Resolution 1608,
Okay.
decided that the British Southern Cameroons will have its independence. The rest is is a lot of water under the bridge, and that is why this struggle is on right now. So we do encourage everybody to get this, because as I said, it's a statement to the world, and the president is also very, very passionate about it. And on the 1st of October this year, which is the 7th year of this struggle, and you know what the number 7 means in the Bible. This year is a year of acceleration. That is what the president tagged it. Yes. So this wrapper, everybody is going to get it, and for everybody who can.
Okay, well, Matt, please. There are several Ambazonians in the diaspora. Do you think that we have enough to go round to every one of them, regardless of their countries?
Most of it is being taken by those in the diaspora. Now, this is the reason why. This is the first edition.
Okay.
And this first edition was, we printed only 500 pieces.
Wow. Isn't that small?
Yes. So first of all, we had to introduce the idea to the people. And for this October 1st, those who can have it will have it.
Okay.
Then the second edition will be printed, where we hope that it will even go down all the way to the home front, ground 1 and the home front. Okay. But for now, due to the limited amount, it is mostly handled by the diaspora.
Okay.
Yeah, because with the limited edition, the pricing for the first time has to be a little high.
Okay.
And then because templates and everything is factored into the price. But with the next editions, like the second edition, the third edition, I'm sure the price will go down, and more people. 8 million Ambazonians have to have this by the time we get to Boya. So it is going to be for everybody. If we are going to make sure that we get it to the smallest, the youngest person, and we are all ready to go.
Yes. All right. I was going to ask some other question, but Stasmat.
Yes, sure. I have one very important question for you, Mary.
Go ahead, Stasmat.
So, speaking of independence, it's just around the corner. 1st of October is just around the corner. We understand that the president wants to make this 1st October this year very special. And again, a huge burden of the organization rests on ABC Amba TV, making it rest on you as the Director General. So I believe you have some updates to give us on this particular special independence celebration this year.
First of all, I would like to emphasize the role of ABC Amba Television. ABC Television is owned by the people, by the Ambazonian people. They are the ones who are funding the ABC. ABC is not owned by any individual. It is not owned by any private corporation or private company. It is owned and run by the people.
Okay.
It is the people's television, because we owe it to them to tell them the truth.
Sure.
So we cannot have one person buying us off. Then they will control our narrative. But the ABC is to tell our story by ourselves.
Okay.
Our only allegiance is to the people, the Ambazonians. Now, this also tells you the television. We are the voice. We are the only people who will take our message to the world, to the rest of the world. Let me tell you, within the last 3 years of this ABC's existence, everybody has learned so much. A lot of history which was hidden is coming out now. Me myself, in spite of my age, I'm not a spring chicken, but I have learned so much in 3 years which I did not learn way back in primary or secondary school. So that is the importance of ABC. And on top of that, we are the guardians of the truth. Because let me tell you, right now, even in home front, people know that when they tune into ABC TV, they are getting the truth. Because we have nothing, we are struggling to get our truth out there, and we stand by it. So that is the importance of ABC. Now, to rally around the 1st of October, as I said, this is a special year. It's the 7th year of this struggle.
Okay.
And it is the year of acceleration. So we are coming out in a very big way to celebrate this 7th anniversary of our struggle, of our declaration of our independence. In other words, we are just telling the world that we had this independence on October 1st, 1961. It was robbed from us. It was stolen from us, but it was restored 7 years ago. And that is where we are moving onwards.
When you talk about the independence, you're holding on to the wrapper, and then it got me thinking, do you think that the interim government is probably making a plan to make this the uniform for that particular day?
Yes.
More like what the Africans will call Ashwebi or something
Yes,
like that.
yes.
Do you think it's part of the plan?
It is part of the plan. It is part of the plan. And even though it is something that you continue to have and keep, because we are going to make other areas, not only to make outfits, which we are going to launch on the 1st of October, but there will be other things that will put this date in the history and in the memory of everybody. So there will be picture frames, there will be a lot of other things to commemorate that day. But this 1st October 2023, we are going to launch this, and everybody is going to wear it, and we're going to take pictures, and the celebration is going to be worldwide, of course.
Yeah.
For now already, there are big plans going on in Germany, to be celebrated in a big way in Germany, because also they are launching the youth wing of this Ambazonian struggle. So we have a double celebration for Germany. We are hoping that other areas, it's still being planned. It's still in the planning stages, and of course, we do not want the haters and to steal our ideas and run away with them. But we are planning a celebration worldwide. And of course, ABC is going to transmit every location that is something is happening. So it's going to be a big day for ABC, because it will be a lot of work. But every celebration, every part of the world will be brought together under our umbrella.
All right. Now, thinking of bringing people together, I think we need to delve into another important aspect of bringing people together, and that's the draft. Draft Donga Mountain is in 2 days. How prepared are you? Now, this week we draft for Donga Mountain. We understand you're from Fako County, and you're directly related to someone who has played a pivotal role in the struggle. That's, of course, talking about the EML and Delhi. Now, again, ABC plays a very important role to enhance every government draft. You see us, we go down to getting the historicity and all of that about a particular county that will be drafting. And then that mobilization falls on you because you try as much as possible to do the underground work, trying to get speakers and chairpersons to speak and all of that. What do we expect from Donga Mountain, or what do you expect from Donga Mountain County draft?
Okay. Donga Mountain has a very special place in my heart.
Okay.
First of all, Donga Mountain is the furthest part of Ambazonia. It's at the tip of the most northern parts of Ambazonia.
Okay.
And it borders La République de Cameroon and Cross River State.
Oh.
Yes. And then Fako, where I come from, is at the tip of Ambazonia. So these are the two extremes. Now, there's a little part of history which makes me have Donga Mountain close to my heart. When my father, Dr. EML Ndeli, when they left the Enugu House of Reps, and they decided to form their own government, and they ran a government. They ran a very, very democratic government until we were now given the option of choosing either Nigeria or La République de Cameroon. And my father-in-law, Dr. EML Ndeli, one of the reasons he lost was because he wanted us to join with Nigeria.
Okay.
And Donga Mountain was the only county that he got almost 100, he got about 80% support. You know, every other county said no, we should join La République. And today we are suffering the consequences. Although I will say that joining Nigeria may not have been
It should have almost been the same thing.
You never know. You know, hindsight, you never know. So with that, we have a very close relationship with Donga Mountain. Yeah, but Donga Mountain is drafting this Saturday, and this is a very, very rich county. Actually, the mineral resources under there right now, La République has already done the studies, but you see, they cannot say anything yet because it is virgin. This is virgin resources, which nobody has started mining yet. Yes. So you see, as I always say, this is one of the reasons why we are in this struggle, because of what is underground, what is under our ground. Yeah, so it's a very rich county, and they have had a lot of challenges because we are not only fighting La République in Donga Mountain, we are being attacked by the Bororos on the other side from Nigeria. There have been clashes, and this has only been encouraged by La République because of this struggle. These people had lived together for years. They were not fighting each other. They intermarried. There was trade in between. There are families on both sides. So this attack now from them attacking brothers is new, and it has only come up because of this struggle. So Donga Mountain needs everybody's support. Yes, Donga Mountain needs everybody's support because they are fighting several battles
on their own.
Yes. So the whole of Ambazonia has to come out and support. Donga Mountain. And as for me, I promise I'll be there Saturday religiously.
All right, so thank you so much, Ma. And it is always very interesting to have our mommies and papis in the studio with us or join us on Undaunted. I mean, it's hardly possible to not learn something new when you have the likes of Ma Endeli with you in the studio. Today we just got to learn that Donga Matun County is the farthest geographically in Ambazonia. Isn't that interesting? We might bring to you historicities and dig deep into these counties, but there is always something new to learn from amazing personalities like the likes of Ma Endeli. It's been a pleasure having you in our studio tonight. We've been enlightened, informed, and inspired to draft Donga Matun County come Saturday. Are there any more words from you to Ambazonians and everyone else watching before we round up here?
Yes, I would just say, please, everybody should come out. Come out and draft for Ambazonia, for Donga Mantum. Nothing is too small and nothing is too big. We will be there. And of course, ABC will tell you a lot more about Donga Mantum come Saturday. You are going to learn so much that you do not know already. So just stick with us, stay with us, and do not switch off your TV. ABC, that is the channel to be.
Right.
Thank you very much for having me in the studios. It was a
Pleasure
pleasure.
is all ours.
Thank you very much.
All right. All right. And so he's on.
The World Draft once more is coming to your county. Stand up and be counted. No greater victory was ever achieved than by greater sacrifices.
Let our fallen heroes and heroines guide and shield our men and women. Let their ultimate sacrifice be the reason we change the game and give our enemies what they have been giving us. Ambazonia needs to protect its people from the terrorist troops of La Repubblica. Now, to do just that.
We are enough, so let's draft, and draft. Our existence as a people depend on that.
It's time for Donga Matung County.
One Prince Waters, the ambassador of Donga Matung artists. Ahead, Mr. Fogwe Rogers, National Buddha President, Chilo Mapi, Jambo Mitanko, Ogi of Jaman, Chandi Boy and Longo and Bongo, Ogi of
The World Draft once more is coming to your county. Stand up and be counted. No greater victory was ever achieved than by greater sacrifices.
Let our fallen heroes and heroines guide and shield our men and women. Let their ultimate sacrifice be the reason we change the game and give our enemies what they have been giving us. Ambazonia needs to protect its people from the terrorist troops of La Repubblica. The time is now to do just that.
We are enough, so let's draft, and draft. Our existence as a people depend on that.
It's time for Donga Matung County.
One Prince Waters, the ambassador of Donga Matung artists. Ahead, Mr. Fogwe Rogers, National Buddha President, Chilo Mapi, Jambo Mitanko, Ogi of Jaman, Chandi Boy and Longo and Bongo, Ogi of Jaman.
All right, so it's been an amazing evening. Of course, we had a lot from our news, from our director, ABC Amba TV, Ma Endeli. But of course, it's on that note we draw the curtains of today's Undaunted. Saturday is another day that you should prepare to draft. Saturday, we come again in our full force. On behalf of my co-anchor, Smart, who has been amazing this evening, standing tall, looking right in your face. And all the rest of the crew, we say thank you for tuning in.
And as always, we leave you with ABC Amba TV images. Good night and God bless you. The World Draft Once More is coming to your county. Stand up and be counted. No greater victory was ever achieved than by greater sacrifices.
Let our fallen heroes and heroines guide and shield our men and women. Let their ultimate sacrifice be the reason we change the game and give our enemies what they have been giving us. Ambazonian needs to protect its people from the terrorist troops of La Republican War. The time is now to do just that.
We are enough. So let's draft, and draft. Our existence as a people depend on that.
It's time for Dongamatung County.
One Prince Waters, the ambassador of Tonga Mato artists. Ahead, Mr. Folkway Rogers, national Buddha President. Chilo Mapi, Jambo Mitango, Oye Young Jaman, Kande Boy and Longo.